Alright guys, this is the Genius, and it's another episode of Lean Keto-Times with Genius Weatherman. So I got my special recipe here I'm still perfecting for my spider bite venom product to help you fast and stay in ketosis. And you can make this at home. It's basically unsweetened cocoa, a little butter, a little cinnamon, a little pumpkin spice, a little stevia, and also a little whipped cream. And then I have my spider bite venom juice, which is carbonated water, a little lemon, apple cider vinegar. And for breakfast, I'm having some pasture-raised eggs with liverwurst sausage. Liverwurst sausage is really good. Very good for your body. So, anyways, today I want to talk about seduction. But before I do, hit like and subscribe to this video. I wrote my first series of articles just the other day about seduction and why it's important to have seduction skills in your pickup. However, in that article, I wrote about how if you're going out at night or even during the day, it's important that you have good social skills first, because social skills are more important than seduction, believe it or not. I mean, you can be a good seducer, but if you're not social around people, you might not get a chance to even meet a girl, to get her isolated away from her friends and try to seduce her. So that's the first thing. You got to get over your fear of approaching large groups of people. You got to learn how to be friendly with people, and you got to learn how to be humble, not cocky all the time. I mean, if you're going to be cocky and funny, I guess you can do it in a teasing way, but you don't want to try to pretend like you're high value or alpha or something just so you're coming across like you're cocky and arrogant. That's not good. It's not really seductive. And then basically you want to apply what's called the 4 fundamentals. As you know, I'm a big follower of Ozzy from RC. The 4 fundamentals that he talks about is leaning back, kind of laid back body language. I like to cock my head back a little bit, especially if I'm talking to a girl and she says something kind of like as if she's testing for my reaction or something or anything like that. I kind of cock my head back with a smile and say, okay. Like I don't believe her, and then she'll either smile or laugh back or repeat herself or something, which is always fun. And of course you want to have strong eye contact, which means you want to look at the girl in her eyes as much as you can. Now when you do that, you also got to smile. So you never want to be looking at a girl and not be smiling, unless you're in some kind of intense moment where, maybe a makeout is about to happen or something like that, or maybe you're already made out. But generally you want to smile while you're looking at her, which is another fundamental. It's one of the 4 fundamentals. So you have smiling, laid back body language, strong eye contact, and the last one would be loud voice tonality. Now, with that, thinking, oh, that means I gotta be, screaming and yelling at girls all the time, like, hey, come here, hey. That's not really good. Loud voice tonality actually means close enough to where you can whisper in the girl's ear, even if there's loud music happening. So that brings me to a fifth fundamental, which I actually call fundamental number 0. If 0 is a number, which is close proximity. So you want to get as close as you can to the girl before you even talk to her. And this just doesn't just go for girls. This just go for people in general. Like when you're meeting strangers, you want to get as close as possible. Meaning, as soon as you walk up to them, you want to kind of gauge how comfortable they are with you being in their space. So, as long as they're smiling, you can get closer. If they're not smiling, then you might want to, stop getting closer or take a step back. And keep smiling yourself. And then be nice. I always advocate being the nice guy. There's plenty of times in a relationship, once it's established, to be a dick or an asshole. But in the beginning, you're the nice guy. And basically, if that's going well, and people are finally smiling back at you, then that means you can continue the conversation and get even closer. Now obviously if you're with the dude, you're talking to a dude, you don't want to be all, too close, because, then that's, you might think you're into gay butt sex. But what you could do with him is be extra friendly. Maybe if you do get close to him, just, hug him like you would a buddy or something like that. And when it comes to the girls, you definitely want to do the same thing. But obviously, try to get into isolation. So you switch it from man to woman and able to physically escalate. But the point of all of this is to show that seduction actually happens when you're social at the beginning. A lot of guys get this backwards and think, I gotta walk up to girls and say, hey baby, what's up? And that could work, but 9 times out of 10 it won't. And we're not trying to prove an exception, we're trying to prove what works consistently. So seduction starts with social skills, starts at the beginning. And the 4 fundamentals, believe it or not, are very seductive, because people will see you as very friendly. Girls will see you as very sexy. Girls will also see you as a leader of men and have high value and social proof automatically without forcing it. Because she can see that you're a stranger who can approach and get along with their friends, can socialize, and do those things. So once you accomplish that, which is the hard part, believe it or not, the hard part is the social skills, the things you got to do in the beginning to meet the friends, to meet the group. That's the hard part. And then of course trying to get her isolated. And once you get her isolated, believe it or not, it's easy. As long as you're not afraid to escalate, get physical. It's actually a lot easier than the approach. So in future videos, I'm going to talk about what you, can do once you're in isolation to seduce the girl. But for right now, I'm about finished with my meal. Remember that seduction starts off at the approach. Excuse me. First 5 minutes of an interaction is the start, of the seduction process. And as long as you remember that, you're good. So I appreciate you joining me for this latest episode of Lean Keto-Times with Genius Weatherman. I want to thank you for liking and subscribing to my videos if you have done so already. And until next time, keep taking action.